Hey guys, welcome back and Happy New Year! My first ride in 2022. However, I don't think it's going to be a lot of riding. I'm here in St Ives at the trailhead of the pipeline track and on my way to out the back. So that's a trail I have not done before. I've not seen it before, but I heard a lot of spicy things about it. It's a trail about 800 meters long. There's a lot of big features, I believe, and technical features, so I don't expect to ride a whole lot of it, but definitely keen to check it out. All right guys, here we go. Right guys, and spoiler alert, I did not ride any of the features, and you will see why. So we're going to follow the pipeline for a little while, I think for a few hundred meters, and then the outer back should branch off to the right of this trail. So this must be the way to cross the pipeline to the start of out the back. So I'm not 100% sure. There's an obvious trail, but more fire trail leading this way, and I can see some features down here, but there's no obvious trail in it. But there's a hug off there, small jump, and then I see some other features. But I'm gonna explore this fire trail for a little bit, and then I'll come back here. So I'm just riding this for maybe 100 meters to see if there's any obvious single trail branching off this one, and it does. Oh, I'm currently straight, folks. I'm definitely on the right trail out the back. I was just checking out this junction here. So you come from that fire trail there. The two options: stay to the right one. The left one is overgrown and not used. Cool berms. All right, big here. Oh yeah. So we came from there. There's a really nice berm in the top there, and you need to make a lot of speed because of two options here: a B line to your right, A line here, and that's a big gap jump. Now that's a good size. At least 6, maybe 7 meters. Yeah, you got your kicker there, and that's the lander. Wow. The run is actually pretty good. It's quite fast. You got some rock there, some compression there that you have to be mindful of, but otherwise you come through this with a good pace, which you need. Oh, that's a big jump. And this is quite loose too. Well, I try to compare it with jumps that I normally do. Engine block left comes to mind. It's probably a similar size. Road gap, oxy, similar size. I did a very rough measure here. It's about 27-28 feet. Which makes it, I think, yeah, close to 9 meters, maybe 8-9 meters. No, I'm not going to ride this one. All right, let's check out any other features on this trail, but that looks actually quite doable considering the run-in. You know, if the run-in was shorter, If the berm was maybe halfway the trail here, I would definitely not feel as comfortable, but I think he got a good 30 meters. Wow. Yeah, maybe even close to 40 meters, almost a straight line in, which is not too bad. Yeah, so to the right is the Bline, quite nice, bit of a berm. Bit of a bump here. This has a nice flow. Well, what is this? There are a few big features coming here. So we came from that way, and then here is a drop. Now this is actually quite a interesting one, because the two things here you have to be mindful of. It's a flat lander. It's pretty much flat, you know. Obviously it has a little bit of a slope to it, but if you come from here, I think you're best off hopping off this rock onto it, because if you roll it too much and do a hug towards the end, I'm not sure if that would give you a good lander. So you come from here, and I think, so once your front wheel is somewhere here, somewhere there, you really want to hug off it. Oh my god. Yeah, that is some serious stuff. So it's not a big drop in terms of the size, the height of it, but it has some technicality to it that is different than most other drops that we have here in Garrigal. Okay, let's check out the next feature. And that's another massive jump. It definitely has a nice kicker. It even slopes a little bit up. But look at the size of the thing. It's again same size as the previous one. Pretty much the same size. Lander. So it's definitely a better one than the previous one. The kicker is obviously way more stable with that rock that I put on top, and the lander looks decent too, but look at the gap, and it all requires you to do that drop at a good speed. And that jump is followed with this monster. Damn. This is definitely a steeper kicker. A bit tricky as well. The kicker actually has a little bit of it points a little bit to the left. Maybe it's good because the trail itself has a little bit bend in it as well. But just the alignment with the lander looks a little bit suspect. Size wise, look at it, man. It's at least the size of the other two, if not bigger. This is easy the size of Road Gap, even maybe the size of Sister 1 at Uncle Pete's. Alright, did again a rough measure. It measures 36 feet, which is what, 11 meters? To land it proper on the lander, not to case it. Yeah, 36 feet. So that is definitely bigger than Road Gap. I think it's probably the size of sister 2 and 3 in Uncle Pete's. Yeah, I've never done a jump this big, so I'm not going to do it here. Okay, let's continue. I'm following the trail after that third jump. Something coming here. Ah, there's a berm for the Bline. Yeah, noise. And then there's a little kicker here. Oh, actually, let me ride this. The trail continues here. You kind of made a roller hug off this one, I think. And then there are a few jumps. A smaller one here. Okay, that's 1.5 bike length, roughly. And then there's this one. Interesting too. Interesting one too. Look at this. It's kind of straight. There's no kick, no pop to it. So you really need speed to land this proper. You need speed and you need to pop the bike as hard as you can by the look of things. And if you clear that proper, then there is another jump here. Again, smaller in size. This one actually looks quite fun. That would be about 2 bike lengths. Good 3.5 meters. Maybe 4 meters. And again, when I do my judgment of distance, I also not judge where the lander, well, the construct of the lander starts, but where the lander proper starts, where you actually ideally like to put your rear wheel down. All the rest is case pad if you like, but I'm not measuring that. Trail continues here with another jump, similar in size as the previous one. Again, it would be about 3 meters. But the problem with these jumps is, like this one, you can't case this one because that damages your rim for sure. Yeah, so you really have to make sure you land it clean roughly here, which makes this jump way bigger. Yeah, the actual gap is maybe 3 meters, but I would say you have to jump 4 meters not to damage your bike. And it's not just that. Here's a rock poking out. You got here a little tree stump. All little things that can not only cause damage but put you off. So here is another step down. Here's the kicker, and that's a big one again. Yeah, that's a good 6 meters because the lander is there. Again, this one you can case. Well, not that you want to case it, but I think it has a minimum consequence. Again, be mindful of compression on the rear, in this case, of the rock here. And it looks like there's something else coming here. Okay, that's a nice roller. A little hook here at the end. Man, this is a very, very challenging trail. Definitely a harder trail than Uncle Peter's, in my opinion. Not a big one. I'm actually running out of time, so I'm going to do this really quick. So you come from there. Again, there's again at least 5 meters, probably 6. and it keeps on going. Wow, another big jump coming. Two actually. Okay, this is just a kicker and you land nicely on the trail. I think we're almost at the end of the trail. There's rock garden here, pumping. Just quickly walking the last few meters. Okay, but there is more. Ooh, oh my god, look at this drop. Yeah, that's a scary drop. The lander. Okay, I think this drop is quite okay actually, and the lander looks alright too. It's a good size. Good size drop. The vertical height, what would it be? Let me actually stand here. So I'm standing on a case pad, if you like. It's about just over my height. It might be 1.80 m, probably just shy of 2 meters. It seems to continue here. This looks not promising. Oh shit, hey. Now look at this drop. Now, I find with drops that there are three mental aspects to it. There's the run in, the run out, and the actual shape, if you like, of the drop. Now, the run in of this is you run out of that drop and you have to navigate around these trees here, and then you got maybe 3 bike lengths the most to get ready for this drop. The drop, the height is definitely bigger than the previous one, but look at the run out. First of all, it has a slight bend in it, and then there is a rock ledge there you have to hug off, and it looks even that you actually go up a little bit and then hug off. So the beeline is obviously here, which actually, that looks actually quite fun. But here you can see the size of the drop. The initial lander looks fine, but considering the speed that you will come off that one, yeah, this is a bit sketchy. Okay, the good news is you could roll this, but you don't want to roll it. Considering you come off at a high speed of this drop, yeah, you probably hug off this and pick up the trail from there. I don't think this is the actual out of the back. It looks like some sort of extension that was made later, but far out. Look at this. Look at this kicker. Now if you do a shallow jump, that means you absorb the actual impact. When you come off the kicker, you lift the bike a little bit, so that means the bike doesn't kick you up too much. But it still continues from here. You got to drop here, or if you stay to the right, a little hug and a hug. And I'm not sure where it goes from there, but I'm not going any further. The terrain becomes steeper from here. I've got a feeling that that's probably the end of the features. Don't know where the line actually finishes. As you can see, it goes from here and it snakes down this hill. Wow, what a trail. But guys, I think this is pretty much the end of the trail. So it has a huge climax towards the end, 2 big drops with very sketchy runouts, very technical drops. Also, he did not road any of the features, but I love to come back here with a crew actually and session some of it. Some of the jumps you have to do in succession. You really have to do one jump to get the speed for the next one. So some of the jumps you have to do a combo for that reason. But these drops, yeah, in a way they look doable, but definitely very technical. Yeah, so that was just a real trail check, just walking the trail, not riding anything of it, but I definitely want to come back and do at least some of it. I think that's one of the bigger jumps that I may attempt. Could even well be the first one, just because it has a good run in. The second one has a drop that you have to navigate at high speed to keep the speed for the jump. Actually, you need the speed to do the actual drop as well. The third jump, a monster again. I'm not going to do that. It's well, the second and third jumps, they monsters. Well out of my league. Well guys, that was out to back trail check, or trail walk as I say. But I hope to be back soon and to actually ride some of the features. But definitely a few I'm not going to do. And it would be good actually to come out here with a little crew and we can session some stuff. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Ciao. Woo!